If your SABRENT M.2 drive isn't showing up for you, first double check that the M.2 slot on your motherboard supports NVMe or PCIe Express. Usually this is printed near the slot, but you may need to refer to your motherboard or computer manual to verify. If you're sure the slot is correct and you're having trouble, try reseating your SSD. Remove the retention screw holding it in place and slide it out of its slot. Then place it into the slot again at about a 45-degree angle and make sure to keep it snug as you press it down and replace the retention screw. In some cases, you might also need to go to your PC's UEFI setup. Refer to manual for exact steps on how to get into it, but typically you can repeatedly press Delete or F2 key when you power your computer on. Once there, you can find the setting for your M.2 slot, usually under Advanced and a heading related to storage. Make sure it's for the slot you've installed your SSD into and change it from Serial ATA or SATA to PCI Express. And if it's not already, set it that way. Save your changes and reboot, and now you should have a working SSD. Bear in mind that if you're adding a drive to the system that's already running an operating system, you'll need to initialize and format the disk before you can use it. To do that, right-click on the Start button and then press Disk Management. It should automatically ask you to initialize the disk, but if not, use the lower section to find your SSD, right-click it, then click Initialize. From here, you'll want to right-click where it says Unpartition Space, and then click Create Partition. Follow the prompts, and you should now have a new SSD visible as a drive in File Explorer. Finally, if you've been using your SSD for a while and find yourself with lower performance than you're used to, make sure to optimize your SSD from time to time. Windows should automatically do this for you, but if you can do it yourself by opening File Explorer, selecting the drive, and going to the drive tools on the ribbon and choosing Optimize. In your new window that opens, choose your SSD and then click Optimize to trim the drive for improved performance.
Created the first tool-free USB-C NVMe enclosure. Quickly install your own NVMe SSD by sliding the latch, removing the cover, and locking the SSD in place, making installation simple and easy. No screws, no tools. The compact aluminum enclosure with removable cable makes it easy to take with you anywhere you go. With extruded fins and vents along each side, Plugable's USB-C NVMe enclosure maximizes heat dissipation, allowing your drive to perform at full speed, and helping to prolong the life of the SSD. Make long wait times a thing of the past, with sequential read and write speeds up to 900 megabytes per second when connected to a Thunderbolt 3 or USB 3.1 port. When transferring small files like photos or music, our USB-C NVMe enclosure is capable of 80% faster read speeds and 300% faster write speeds than leading USB flash drives. The Plugable USB-C NVMe enclosure. High performance on the go.